Strobe lights are everywhere. Smoke is filling the air. Turn up the fader, yeah.
Hi guys, it's me, Monsters or Dan, and today we're going to be doing a tutorial using Cinema 4D and Photoshop. So we're going to be creating some nice 3D text such as this in Cinema 4D, then rendering it out, and then slapping it into Photoshop with a background and some effects to make it look cool and produce a nice wallpaper. So let's open up Cinema 4D and we're going to want to create our 3D text. So first thing you're going to want to do is create a new file, new document. Go to your render settings, go to output, and then change the output to your screen resolution. Now you want your resolution to be at 72 pixels per inch, and then your settings should be fine for this tab. Now we're moving on to save. You're going to want to change this to PNG 16-bit channel, and in the file location somewhere you're going to remember with the name of something you're going to remember as well. So mine's just going to be Dan 3D. You're now going to want to tick alpha channel and straight alpha. This will ensure that there's a black background with your text. That will do now for your render settings. We're going to want to go to MoGraph, MoText, and this should just create some standard text. Now we're going to sort of pimp the text. That sounded so good. Right, now I'm going to put a depth of 60 on this text and then change the font to Colony Wars. You can just search this up on that font and literally you'll find it instantly. More space. Take the spacing in a little bit. Like so, just bring the camera angle out. Stretch this around. Bit like that. Okay, so now we've got our default text. We're going to want to Control C and Control V this layer, and then change the depth of this layer to around about 40 or 30, something like that. Now we're going to go to caps, start cap, fillet cap, end cap, fillet cap. I'm going to change my radius to 6 because that works best with this text. Just play around and see what you get really. 10 can work quite well sometimes. Just find whatever works best for you. Just going to bring the spacing out to 29 now. Like so. So my spacing has come out. Okay. Now we're going to want to come to the side of the text, go to your text 2 with the fillet caps, and then drag that into the center of your text 1. And that will give you a really nice effect. Okay. Now we're going to want to render in a light, so you just come to this little like white circle with 4 arrows and then click light. Now we're going to move this into the center, and then you can see points of it lighting up, but I'm just going to drag it out so it lights up most of it and leaves dark shadows. Like that, but I want the dark shadows at the bottom. You can just check your preview render and you'll see what the thing will look like. So I just want to move this light that way and then out of it. I'm just going to bring the light out a bit more. Of course you can put more than one light in, and you can just play around with this so you get whatever you want. So I quite like that. Now I'm going to put some materials on, so we're going to file new material down here on the bottom under the materials tab. Get the colour you want. I want it almost white but more of a grey colour. Once you've selected your colour, you want to go to reflection. Change your the reflection colour needs to be like white, and then you want the brightness to be around about 70. 70. Texture for now, and then your max strength needs to be around about 70 as well. So once you've got your texture, just drag it onto your front. Not really sure which one that's on. Okay. Just delete that and then preview render it. That looks alright. I'm quite liking that. So now I want to create my second one. This one you actually want to be a colour. So I'm gonna have a nice green. Oh, I'm under reflection. Quite a nice green here. Now go to reflection again, and remember change the colour to white. Brightness about 70 again. For now, for your texture, and then your max strength is about 70 again. Now drag this onto your back bit. Just render that out to see what it looks like, and that actually is looking really nice. So now I'm just going to change the camera angle to the positioning of where I want the text. So I'm going to do a preview render again. So I want to drag this out a little bit more. Bring it in a little. Okay, so that's looking really nice now. So now we're going to go back to our render settings, and then under Effect, Ambient Occlusion, Effect, Global Illumination. Now we're going to click the Preview Render button, and it will start to preview render our text. Oops, what's happened here? I just realised my light has disappeared. So let me just re-put my light back in. Preview render. So now once you've hit a preview render, once you're happy with the results, you just want to hit final render, and then I really do want to overwrite that, yes. And then it should take, this will take, if you've ticked ambient occlusion and global illumination, it'll take about 4 times longer to render, but it gives it a nice, like, reflect. It just makes the text look so much better than what it does default. Okay, so now my text is rendered, and it should look like it's got a black background, but once saved to your desktop as a PNG 16-bit channel, it should look like it has a blank background. So there we go, that's our final rendered text. Still looks a bit dark at the moment, but the colours, if they're dark, that's fine. So now I just want to open it up in Photoshop. So now in Photoshop, once it's loaded, we're going to start making a wallpaper using the text. Of course, if you wanted to, you can save that Cinema 4D file, so you can just change the text and font anytime with your people, the effects and such. Just makes your life a bit easier. So now we're just going to create a new layer and drag that down, rename it to layer, rename this to background, and 3D text. So now we've got our background. I'm actually going to import a carbon fibre background that I've got, because this tutorial is getting really long and I can't be bothered to make another one. So I'm going to make this ages ago. Under here somewhere, here it is, carbon. I'll probably be doing a tutorial on how to make a carbon fibre background soon. It just involves tons of squares. Okay, so once you've got your carbon fibre background, or whatever background you're going to use, you can just do a gradient background. You're going to go to your 3D text, blending options, gradient overlay, and then set the overlay mode to set the gradient overlay to overlay. Now change the dark gradient to a light grey, and then if you see already, that's just taking away all the dullness in my text, and it's looking really good already. Of course, now you can put in some drop shadows if you want. Might change it to white. You can whack in a tiny drop shadow. Outer glow maybe, and an inner shadow sometimes can work, depends on your text though, it doesn't work with mine. But for my text, that's it sorted now really. So now I'm just going to place a couple of lens flares, which I'm sure you will know how to use. If not, you're going to learn. It's a lens flare lens, flare, pack, there I've got them in, that I've collected together, and it's pretty nice. They've got some nice lens flares in there. You just want to sort of use a fade out brush and brush away parts of the stuff which don't blend in with the background so well. So like that, I've already got rid of it. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this on like so. And I might stick in one more round right down here. So place again, and then I'm going to have a nice bulky one this time. Set it to screen again. Okay, that is quite bulky. With this one, I'm going to press Ctrl U, colorize, and then I'm going to actually adjust the color to the color in my text, and then I'm just going to bring up the saturation and lower the brightness a little. And then I'm going to reduce the size of this again because it's really, really big. This hasn't actually worked as well as I wanted it to, so I'm just going to stick to a stretch flare. Again, I'm just going to set the screens, remove the black background, whack it up there. Just going to fade that out a little bit, fade that in a little, fade that. Again, I'm going to colorize this one. I'm going to set it to the color of my text. Just going to bring that down a little bit. Awesome. So now that's basically your simple background that actually looks alright. So I'm just going to say this is a PNG. If you want high quality, set it to TIFF. Just save. Saving still. Go to your desktop again. And then okay, that's it guys, really. That was my tutorial on how to create 3D text and make a nice wallpaper out of it. Thanks for watching you guys. Subscribe for more videos and tutorials and such. Peace out.